Guys, oh my fucking gosh, I am so excited to be doing this reading on Melanie Martinez. She is so interesting to me, guys. So I cannot wait to do this reading on her and to see what comes out for her and what her energy is currently. She just released her movie for her new album K12. I am such a fan of hers, but just because I am a fan, that does not mean that I'm not gonna keep it real on my fucking channel, bitches. Okay, so we're gonna talk about her energy. We're gonna talk about what's currently going on with her, how she is feeling since her movie dropped, and also what's to come for Melanie Martinez. And I also want to look into that scandal that happened with her and her past best friend. Boy, man, I relate to their story a little bit. Not completely their story, like just how her best friend is. I relate and I feel for Melanie. So we'll see what's going on with that and I'll explain as we get towards that of me pulling on that. So anyway, guys, I hope you are enjoying my channel and I'm so proud of it. This is Sade's Tarot Tea. I hope you guys enjoy this reading on Melanie Martinez. So guys, I'm going to be pulling on Melanie's energy. Let's go ahead and get started. She's very interesting to me. Like, she's so interesting. I've got questions. So, okay, so before I get started with the reading on her, let's go ahead and look at her chart. I will have it posted on one of the sides here. So if you don't know, Melanie Martinez is a Taurus sun. She has her moon in Aries, her Mercury in Taurus, her Venus in Aries, and her Mars is in Leo. Okay, guys, I thought she was a Sagittarius. She really reminds me, or an Aquarius. She has that very Aquarius, like Sagittarius energy to her. She's super original with everything she does. Like, this girl, let me tell you, getting into her energies, she's super meticulous. Like, she is so, she just thinks before she does everything. She sits down. I see her sitting down at like on it, like in a storyboard, and she literally maps everything out. And I think that is so Taurus. Like, they're Taurians. This makes sense. Taurians are very strategic, and when they do things, you know, and she's got that fire energy, so she likes to move quick for sure. So let's see what's currently going on around Melanie. Let's see what's going on around her. Ace of Cups. So she got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. There's something going on with Melanie's love life, or, you know, some people, and also I feel like with this new energy that she's moving into, I feel like there's been a big release for her, as far as like not only with her music but in her life. Like, there's a lot that she is letting go of that no longer is serving her, which this music for her, this is very interesting. This music for her was very therapeutic, because I feel like she's in the middle of either going through a breakup, or she's in the middle of the Ace of Cups doesn't normally mean this, so I find this interesting that this meaning is coming out. But I feel like the Death card is going to come out soon for her. If not, I see the Death card in my mind. She's going through a big transformation. This is amazing for her. But this music for her, this music video, all these different scenes, there's something in it that she talks about releasing. Her past has been, I feel from her, has been very toxic. She's had like a lot of toxic people in her life, including family members. I know she touches on her mother a lot in her, you know, in her music. She touches on her relationship to her mom and kind of like her father. And I know that, I believe, Melanie, I'm hearing, as I said, that the King of Cups came out for Melanie. There's something about her father coming out, and about this relationship with her father, or this could be like a mother complex. She doesn't have any water in her chart, but I'm feeling like it's her family. I'm feeling like it's her mom or her dad, probably both, you know, but talking about how her family was not present in her life, and just how much that kind of, like, I don't want to say it like this, but it's kind of what I'm hearing, fucked up her mentality on what love looks like. You know, like she doesn't know exactly what love is. And she touches on that a lot in her music. But anyway, there's something about her father that is coming out. I do hear that very clearly, that there's been a disconnect of her father not being in her life, of not being present. So because of that, it's been leading her down these these paths of trying to understand what she wants in a relationship and how to self-love herself, because through her journey of dealing with her parents, through her journey of being young, she has experienced a lot of dark past. I mean, her music video does talk about this. Her music talks about this, about how she hasn't always, or she barely had a good upbringing. And she kind of had to be her own parent, which makes sense because she's got that fire in her chart. Usually fire sign kids, or fire energy, excuse me. Like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius kids. Or if you have it in your chart, go through a period of time, especially earth sign kids. I always talk about this on my channel, but they grow up very fast. They have to grow up very fast, or usually very traumatic things happen in their life. She's got Saturn in Pisces, so that's created this like dream-like illusion around her problems. So that's where a lot of her inspiration for her music videos and her music comes through, even through her style. I wouldn't be surprised actually if Melanie was an Aquarius or Sagittarius rising. She reminds me a lot of a Sag. And also too, I am feeling that Melanie is an indigo child. I so feel that for her. If you guys don't know what indigo children are, basically, they're children that are brought into this world to break they're basically called rebellious children. They will go against the system, go against this, a certain type of structure of a system that is set in place to brainwash us or to make us obey. And she talks about this a lot in her music, so I'm actually not surprised that I'm hearing that she is an indigo child, for sure. So I want to know more about Melanie. Let's see what else comes out for her. Melanie is going to have to, as she gets older, I do feel this for her, that she's going to have to make a decision on whether she would like to direct or stay into music. I do see her moving more into directing and making films. And this doesn't surprise me that she made this movie. It really doesn't. She's so creative. And but it's talking about how she is being forced in a sense through the universe to make a decision. Not that what I just said will be more in the future, but something more is coming out about her love life and how she's having to move more into an energy of direction. I feel like more stuff is going to open up for Melanie through this whole opportunity of this movie. I actually feel more fame for her, which I don't think she really likes. I feel from the music she was saying that, she doesn't like the whole structure that she doesn't like the whole structure that the music industry is making her choose. I feel like her record label is actually very supportive of the things that she wants to talk about, because I do feel like Melanie is really using her platform. And the Page of Swords talks about, to me, this energy of, I'm going to use my platform to help people. I'm going to use my platform to wake people up, which is why I also feel like this very, not only with that Aries and that Leo, but I feel this energy of, I'm going to wake people up. I'm going to make people realize the truth about things and what that thing is, whatever she wants to make us realize. I do see that it's going to come out more prevalent in her music. And she already is doing that, as we're seeing. So yeah, that's really exciting, Melanie. But I also feel that she's someone with that moon in Aries that she likes to be confrontational. Not in a bad way, but more in a way that gets people talking, more in a way that gets people to pay attention to you know, a message. Here with the Page of Swords, I hear message. And I don't normally hear that because that's more of the Page of Wands, but I'm hearing message for the Page of Swords. Like, I want to wake people up. I want to bring awareness to what I want to talk about, you know, and she's just seeing a lot go on around her. And this is more so, I feel this energy of I'm tired of being silenced. I'm tired of being silenced because she was silenced a lot in her childhood. She was, and in the music industry she has been silenced. I'm also hearing that certain it took a while for Melanie to be to even though she was on the, I think it was the X Factor, it took a while for a record label, for her to find her groove with a record label, and for her to be signed even though she was on The Voice. Because a lot of she was she was independent. She was an independent type of person with her music, and she would voice her opinion to a lot of these record labels, but they didn't want to work with her because of the direction she wanted to go in. They felt like it was they felt like it was too risky. They felt like it was too risky. They didn't want to risk having an artist on their label that, you know, spoke openly about rights, spoke openly about equality, and, you know, being an individual. So I do feel that big energy from her. So yeah, that's interesting, guys. But, you know, she is someone too that speaks very fast. I hear her speaking very fast, even though she has her Mercury in Taurus. I hear like, you know, she likes people to keep up with her. She likes people to understand what she means, understand her direction, because she does spend a lot of time in solitude, and she really sits down and she really thinks about what she wants to do before she does it. And when it's not conveyed properly, she gets, I do feel from her that she gets pretty frustrated because she spends a lot of time thinking about what she wants to do, thinking about what she wants to say and how she wants um, to convey that, you know? So, yeah, that's what I feel from her. Mars and Leo, I do feel this like temper from her when she is misunderstood, or when people, you know, speak out on something that about her that they don't understand. Okay? So let's see how the public is responding to her music. Let's see. I'm really curious about that. And this new movie she came out with, how are people responding? I'm very curious. Because she is trending. I saw that she's #2 trending, I think. I think it was #2. Yeah, she's #2. She is trending. Wow. Melanie is getting a lot of buzz. I do feel that as we're moving into the fan energy. I do feel like this, she's getting this big fan buzz, which is okay. So the 3 of Pentacles came out for Melanie, which is good. Like, this is exciting to hear that she, guys, she's gonna get a lot of more opportunities. A lot more things are coming about. People are really starting to pay attention to her, which is what she wanted, but in a good way. Like, in a good way. She's, a lot of people aren't understanding about like some of the aspects in her music video. Like, why are people dressed up as rabbit, you know, masks? Like, she didn't, like, people are like, I don't get that part, but they understand like the direction that she's going in. She, guys, like, she really thought about this. She thought this out. Like, this woman is at the drawing board. Like, that's what I saw when I was picturing Melanie making her music and stuff and making the video concepts. I also feel like Melanie loves cats. I don't know why I just heard that. Okay, so fans, though, I do, this is more so, I feel like, I feel what Melanie is feeling is there is some pressure. Fans are expecting her to perform. They want the tour to be exactly like the music video. Guys, that will be hard. Okay, so don't put too much pressure on Melanie. They are wanting the storyline to follow exactly like the tour. I'm wondering that too. They're wondering how she's gonna pull this off on tour. That's another thing I'm hearing. They're wondering how the fuck she's gonna do this during tour. Guys, I'm sure she'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Especially if you've been to a Melanie Martinez show, I'm sure she don't disappoint. So, but yeah, guys, I see a lot more acting stuff coming out for her. I feel like she's gonna get into making movies. I feel a show from her. I feel like she will make a show, and it will either be on Netflix or Hulu. That's kind of what she wants to do. She wants to go more into directing and making movies and stuff. And she still will make music for sure. For sure. She's not getting away from music. That is her first love. That is her passion. But the fans are putting that pressure on her. Like, how are you going to do this for tour? The fans are very happy with her. The fans are very happy with her. I mean, that doesn't take a psychic reader to see that. They're super happy because a lot of fans have been waiting on her music. I personally too. We've been waiting on some music from her. So this is like, she outdid herself. She really outdid herself. And the fans are so fucking happy. They don't know what she's going to do when it comes to like what direction her tour is going to go into. They're a little wondering, fans are wondering about that, but I see that she's working on it. She's wanting to do basically what she did. Not so much like from the music video, because that would be a big budget. Like, wasn't that music video, what was a budget, man? I'm not even done watching it, but it was a budget. So fans, you are going to get some good stuff from Melanie. I do feel like the tour is going to really do well. She is getting a lot of buzz. People are paying attention to Melanie. Her fan base is going to grow. Is she at 1 million? Because I heard 1 million. Is she at 1 million right now? Oh my God, 6.1 million. Wow. Yeah, I see her fan base. Oh, she is going on tour. How will she pull this off during tour? How will she pull this off during tour? That's what they're wondering. There's pressure. There's pressure on her for sure. So the last thing I want to look into is I want to look into what kind of person she is. And I want to look into what happened with her and that best friend. Now, if you guys, that's what I wanted to spend a majority of this video doing, and just kind of her as a person. Now, if you guys don't know, Melanie had a big controversy happen with her and this best friend that she used to have. The best friend is claiming, or claimed back then, that that Melanie, when they were friends, that Melanie persuaded her and got her drunk and persuaded her to do sexual acts with the friend. I do get this energy from the best friend that she's extremely, extremely jealous of Melanie. She's always been jealous of her, but we'll see what the cards say. I'm really curious, and Melanie had no idea that this shit was coming. Like, this kind of hit Melanie out of left field when it happened. So guys, if you don't know that story, basically the best friend is claiming that Melanie raped her. So I want to see when they were younger. I want to see what happened with that. So yeah, we'll see. Okay guys, so I have pulled my cards on Melanie and her best friend, and I knew it. Melanie did not rape her best friend. What I'm feeling like is they were childhood best friends, and Melanie always knew that she wanted to be a singer. She was always, like, Melanie was pretty much very driven, even as a kid, like, even young, she knew. Melanie didn't come from the best upbringing, but what I'm feeling like happened with her and her best friend is they were childhood best friends, and the best friend has a more stable family. The best friend came from a more stable household than Melanie did. I'm sure, you know, granted, there were things that happened in the best friend's household, but I'm not feeling like Melanie, I'm not getting any energy that Melanie took advantage. I am feeling there was some sexualness that happened with them, some little playfulness, some touching, you know, some, ooh, let's figure out if we're gay, you know, type of energy. But the best friend was on board for it. I also do feel like the best friend is twisting the story, but there was a moment where they were drinking. I'm seeing like them sitting on the floor, and there was some fondling that happened. There was some energy of like, let's play around, like let's drink a little bit and have fun, you know, that type of energy. I am feeling like that. And Melanie, I'm hearing her say intuitively, you agreed. You agreed to do what we did. Like, and if I'm not mistaken too, she did speak out a bit about this, but I don't remember what she said. But apparently she also, in her energy, I'm feeling that she's saying, you agreed to, it wasn't, I had your consent. Like, I had your consent. We did do stuff. But you're making it sound like I raped you, which is what the best friend wanted to do. I am picking up on some jealousy. As I said, from the best friend, I am picking up that she's jealous of Melanie, because she never thought that, you know, Melanie was going to be anything. I am picking up on some competition too. I feel like they were very competitive with each other, and that often is why their friendship kind of got, I don't know, like it just kind of fell to the wayside, or they outgrew each other. I am seeing that energy of outgrowing. More so I'm feeling it more than I'm seeing it, but from my cards. But I am feeling that energy. But I'm not seeing that Melanie did that. No. I'm not seeing that she raped her at all. No. And she was very shocked. She was very shocked. There was a lot though that happened, a lot of drama that happened that I do feel like the best friend is still bitter about. I do feel like Melanie kind of like forgot about her in a sense, and she's still mad about that, which I kind of understand. She's like, we used to be best friends and now you treat me like you don't really know me. That's that energy I'm getting from Melanie. It's more of like that I don't know her energy. But it's not, it's a little bit of a passive type of energy. Melanie's not very passive because she has that fire in her chart, but something about the friendship feels passive. So guys, I'm not seeing that. If you are a Melanie fan and you are wondering that, I am not seeing that she raped her or feeling like she raped her. I'm feeling like it was consensual. I feel like they both hurt. What is it? How's the word? Partaked in it? Partaked? They both went along with it. They both went along with it. So guys, that is my video on Melanie Martinez. I didn't touch a lot on her personality, like I said I would. But the biggest thing that I'm feeling from Melanie, I will say this because I feel this energy around her. I don't really need my cards for this, but I'm feeling like Melanie is a good-hearted person. She cares a lot about everyone in her life. She does have a little bit of energy of, you know, once I'm done with you, I'm done with you. But that's strictly like her trying to like protect herself. She does worry a lot about her image, and she works hard, not in the way that most people worry about their image. I mean like in the sense of she feels like there's some type of reputation that she has to uphold. There's this pressure on Melanie to always be strange, and I feel like she relates to, you know who I feel like she relates to a lot? I feel like she likes Beetlejuice. One, I feel like she loves the movie Beetlejuice. I just heard Lydia. I feel like she relates to Lydia Dietz a lot from Beetlejuice, played by Winona Ryder. So guys, like that's very interesting. That she relates. I hear very like I hear strange, 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 and I feel like with this music video, I mean this whole movie that happened, I feel like there's more in store. I feel like this whole movie will be a continuation type of energy, whether she does it on tour or whether she releases music videos. I also feel like she wants to do a show. But I do feel like she has a very caring heart, very caring energy. Her energy is it's very fast, but it's calm at the same time. And that's fire and earth for you. I relate because I have this. I have earth and fire and one teensy amount of air in my chart and a little bit of water. So I understand a little bit from the fire and the earth coming from her. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think, if you would like a part 2 on Melanie. I don't think I will do a part 2 just because I feel like, you know, she does have this very protective energy around her, which I got through. But I feel like I said all I needed to say in this video, so there probably won't be a part 2. But if more stuff happens with her, you never know, I might do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been Sade's Tarot Tea. Love and light, guys. Bye.